Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Graveyard Shift, our Halloween-themed episodes. And with me today, we have...
It's me, Emily.
And then, hi, I'm Sierra. I'm new to the episodes.
And the channel.
Indeed.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you on this one.
I'm excited.
Yeah. You're a movie nerd, so I imagine that this is going to be fun for you. And
it'll be interesting.
Yeah. And nothing says like, hey, let's tiptoe our way into the water than talking about the most psychological horror movies imaginable. Yeah, it's going to get nutty. Let's just say that. It's going to get it's either going to get really depressing, really nutty, or cursed. I don't really know.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's kind of usually how these videos go. It just kind of starts off normal and then someone says something really fucked up and then we just roll with it.
Maybe we'll hit all of them, you know?
Yeah. And yeah, just to, tiptoe your way in, Sierra, why don't you start by talking about the movie you wanted to bring with us today?
So I wanted to talk about Until Dawn. As some people may have known, Until Dawn is a movie based off of the video game. I actually think it's a prequel to the video game itself. While only saying that because if you watch what happens at the ending, it definitely dives more into detail about like what the actual video game setting relies on, where it's that like log cabin that they go into in the video game. So I know that like not a lot of people believe that this is kind of psychological for the viewer, but it's definitely psychological for the like story, like
the
plot line. Yeah. If you know the game or know the movie, you go through a like time sequence of repeating events. It has the same premise of, I think, like Groundhog Day, and then what is it? Happy Death Day. I think that's the other movie that it kind of correlates, but has like the same premise
kind
too.
Of live, die, repeat.
Yep.
All you need is kill, that kind of thing.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. So in that sense of like psychologically, if you're constantly going through the whole premise of like, hey, we're not making it this night, like partway like through the movie, you get to that aspect where they're like, oh well, it's fine, guys. Like we didn't do too well. Let's just go ahead and off ourselves again so that we can make it next time. We can do it next time, guys. It's okay.
What a great conceit for a Groundhog Day horror movie. It's just like, okay, well, if we mess this one up, we could just like take a mulligan.
Which it's weird because it's like, why would you even come up with that? Like, is it being okay? I mean, I would be scared that what if I don't get that do-over? What if we do just end it all and we don't make it to the next day again?
I mean, has it happened yet?
No, but what if this is the one time? What if the one time you decide to try to kill yourself is the time that counts?
Well, because the premise of the movie too, you come to find out through the doctor that you have to make sacrifices and not everybody gets to live type of thing. And I'm not going to spoil the ending, but somebody might have to die.
Okay.
So knowing that if everybody makes that sacrifice, then nobody's technically dying because they're not making it until dawn.
Okay.
So psychologically, I think that's a little fucky-wucky because even them, I think there's a line in the film at one point where the main two characters have a conversation and they're saying, what scares you the most? And he goes, well, death scares me the most. And, when I go to die for the real time. Yeah. And he goes, well, and if I actually die, like, I want to make my life more worth it. Like, I want it to be worth something and not have a do-over again. And yet here they are getting a multitude of do-overs instead of living as if it's their last.
I haven't seen the movie, but I appreciate a movie that's based off a video game that kind of puts you in the mindset of like, okay, if you were this able to just repeat a save point, but the characters know that you're doing it, like how much would it fuck up those video game characters? Like the people you play as?
Right.
Like, I think that's kind of funny. Like, and it's not funny, but it's fun to laugh at.
It's not a funny haha, but it's funny to think about, yes.
Yeah, it's funny to laugh at. Not with. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's kind of an interesting premise, or at least to take, like, a video game movie where it's like, we're not going to make it completely meta, where it's, like, Free Guy or some shit. We'll take, like, an idea that is popular in video games and kind of make that the the premise of this movie. It's interesting that they chose Until Dawn, because if I remember anything about Until Dawn, the game, every choice you made like affected the story going forward, and like you really didn't get those save points. Like if characters died, it's like, well, too bad. So,
Yeah, so that's the difference too. With the film is you don't get that. It's 90% of the time. I mean, everybody's living. There is towards the end where somebody does go missing, but in the end, it's like they're all basically alive the whole entire movie. So it's just interesting to see that they didn't go around that route with it, especially with like, well, now I have to think about my choices. It's you're just watching them go through different horror aspects. If you were to take like every way that a character has died in like most horror movies and applied it to this movie. Also, if you think about it like all the different like Saw movies and stuff like that, and that aspect of like how they go through different ways to die. It's like they go through those trial and errors of like, what way am I going to die this time? And then go through that, which also brings to an aspect of like a question of like, how are you psychologically still able to do this? Like, how have you not gone mentally insane by having these many deaths or going through this much like hardship and this much pain? Because they feel that actual real life pain too in the movie when they go through that like death sequence. It's not something that's avoided. They ultimately feel that pain because they come each and every time they come back. You can see the distress in their face. You can see the bruising and stuff like that has happened. Yeah. So
okay. Like I remember in the trailer, like the whole point was like each time you go through it, it's like you're in a different kind of horror movie from what I was.
Yes.
So it's not like in the game where it's like, okay, it's this slasher guy and then these creatures. It's like, okay, one night it's a ghost, one night it's a slasher, the other night it's something else, kind of like a monster movie kind of thing. Yeah.
So, for instance, it's a slasher the first night. The second night it's a slasher, but it's a different type of slasher. One night it's the water is what kills them. There's like some sort of, I don't know, property in the water that like causes you to explode and die. And then you also see like found footage videotapes from one of the characters. But the thing about it too, which I thought was really neat, was they kept it throughout the whole entire film. So like the water aspect, the water being a killer, that stays true throughout the whole entire film. Like it's not just one night. It's the whole entire sequence that they go through. Like the Wendigo aspect, those are constantly throughout the entire film. The slasher comes and tries to kill them almost every single night, but isn't successful some nights. So yeah, it's really nice to see that they kind of kept that like universe alive versus like, oh well, the water only killed them one night, but it's not going to be something that they have to worry about again type of deal.
Okay.
So too, again, I mean, thinking about that as well, it's like, what do you have to avoid? What can you do? What can't you do just to try to survive?
I don't know. I remember when you pitched this to me, like Until Dawn, I was like, really? So, but having you explain it, yeah, that makes sense. It definitely makes more sense, especially with just like, I mean, fuck the water.
Yeah. I mean, and that's why I was trying to pitch it more or less like it isn't for the viewer, which I understand. Like, I'd rather choose a cycle. I like the psychological horror movies for the viewer, where the viewer's sitting like they finish the movie and they're like, oh shit, like, or even like during, like they have like all these turns of events and you think it's gonna go one way and it ends up going the other. And I liked this one because you kind of see the psychological difference of like what the characters are in the beginning to what they come to at the end, and makes you think of like, man, if I had to go through something like that, how would I have changed anything? Is there anything I could have changed to maybe beat whatever it is that I had to beat?
I'm gonna say it right now. Whenever we start to finish up each segment, it's gonna be really difficult to segue into the next thing without coming off like a complete ass. Like,
hold on, I can come off with a complete ass if it's for a good bit.
Okay.
I have to remember what I'm talking about. Am I doing Smile first?
Yeah, you're doing Smile. But thank you, just real quick. Thank you, Sierra, for talking about Until Dawn. It's nice to talk about movies that came out that we did miss on the channel. So thank you for covering that one.
Of course.
And yeah, Emily, you're going to be talking about Smile in general.
Speaking of discomforting endings.
Oh, yeah.
These Smile movies are by a guy whose name I forgot, like a fucking
Parker
jackass.
Finn.
Hang on, give me a second.
Parker
Parker
Finn.
Finn.
I only
Parker
hold
Finn,
on.
is that
I
his name?
only know that because I watched the Apple TV show The Studio, and he cameos in that show. Actually, it's not even a cameo. It's a full on side character in one episode.
That's awesome. Okay, sorry. So it's Parker Finn, who I love. Great, fantastic director. And the premise of these movies is frankly very dumb. It's very hard to pitch them because when you try to explain what they're about to people, people are going to look at you and be like, this sounds like it's a fucking stupid movie for idiots.
Well, it was a gimmick in that Blumhouse Truth or Dare movie. Remember when that was the whole gimmick of that?
Yes, okay, we're moving past that. I could talk about that movie, but that's a separate video.
We're not going to.
Either way, what I was going to say is that this movie's premise centers on a demon that inhabits people and causes people in like around them to do like weird, fucked up, creepy smiles and torment them until they like traumatize somebody else by dying horrifically in front of them to pass the demon on.
Mm-hmm.
And so what's cool about that is that Parker Finn, when Blumhouse was picking up the project, he was asked to do CG to try to make the humans look like their smiles were unrealistic or like Uncanny Valley.
Mm-hmm.
And he refused because he wanted to do the limits of what a human can reasonably do because he thought that was scarier.
Yeah.
And that kind of gets at why I like these movies and why I like Parker Finn so much is he is like a diehard old school practical effects guy.
Yeah.
And you can really see it throughout the Smile movies, but most specifically Smile 2.
Yeah.
There's a scene that, because we're on YouTube and I don't want to get age restricted, I won't describe in great detail, wherein a drug dealer bashes his jaw off with like a weight,
right.
like a barbell.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is done practical. It's sort of like Terrifier. Sometimes I look at it and I'm like, I just have to respect that you were able to do this with like makeup and props.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like that's kind of nuts.
Also, Terrifier has that, like, I don't want to say it's goofy because the subject is not goofy inherently, but it has a sense of like twist. Yeah, it's like it's comedic in a way where it's like, oh, this is fucked up and let's see how far we could push it. Smile has always been like, this is fucked up and we're going to let you sit with it.
Yes, these movies are another thing that I am famous for loving in my movies. Fucking miserable. Both of them. Both of them feature protagonists who are basically like being nonstop tormented throughout the whole film, despite the fact that they're trying to live a normal life.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like it's not a thing of like, you know, they're in a horror movie being chased by Jason. It's like these characters have to like go to work and like perform basic life duties while being tormented by the Smile demon.
Mm-hmm.
And it adds a really like disturbing element of pathos to it, especially as things get out of control. And as we spiral towards these endings, which are always consistently downer endings. They are not just downer endings, but like rubbing it in your face how badly the movies end for every character except the demon.
I'm gonna be real, especially the Smile 2. That one is just like, hey audience, go home now. Like the last image of that movie is just, it's sad, terrifying, and just like disturbing all in one. Because you're just like, oh man.
Yeah. And then the end credit song is a like EDM remix of the protagonist's screams throughout the movie.
What?
Yeah, did you not know that?
No. That's fucked up.
It's really horrible.
Jesus. Before we like continue on with just Smile in general, like Sierra, have you seen or heard anything about Smile?
The only thing that I have seen that I thought was so disturbing about it was the like trailer, like not the trailer, like the movie, like trailers, but like what you would see out and about for them to promote Smile.
Oh yeah.
And that just left me so like disturbed and like uncomfy at most.
Are you talking about like the people at like the baseball games?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Like just out in public, just, you know, trying to promote the movie. And I was like, all right, what are we doing here, guys? Like, can we not? Like, we're at a family event, please.
Guys, have some decency. Stop smiling.
Stop smiling. No, not
the
at
Cubs
all.
just
Hold
lost.
Hey.
Just kidding.
Oh, okay, that's fair. I forgot you're from Chicago.
I'm not in a good mood, Emily. I remember like seeing like those like promotions where they would just get like local actors and be like, "Hey, do you want to just like smile at creepily at people at a baseball game?" And they're like, "Fuck it, I need money."
Yeah. And then they got Jack Nicholson's son for
Yes.
the posters for Smile 2.
Yeah. Well, he's in the movie.
Well, okay, he's in the movie in air quotes. He has like 3 scenes.
Okay. It's interesting because I think he's a really good actor. I saw him in Novocaine recently. I was like, oh, this guy actually has some fun, like he has some good charisma. And so like retroactively it makes those scenes like, oh, okay, he's really good. I mean, there's a shot in Smile 2 in a car, like it's all one take.
Oh my god.
That shit is very impressive. And just to say he has only 3 scenes, that being one of them, is very impressive. But honestly, if we were to give any credit to any actor in these movies, oh my god, why am I blanking?
Naomi Scott.
Thank you. But yeah, she is incredible in Smile 2.
Oh yeah, she did brilliantly. I mean, especially for a role where your job is to be like intermittent levels of miserable the whole time. Mm-hmm. She really threaded the needle on all the different kinds of horrible tragedy that you need to experience in a role like that.
And on top of that, like she's a pop singer in the universe of those movies. So you have to like do the choreography, sing, and make it believable that people would actually listen to your music, which is honestly, whenever movies do like, this is the biggest like pop singer in this world. Like I saw the movie Trap and I was like, okay, Shyamalan, I get you want your daughter to be popular, but like, I don't think this would be that popular. But no, I can buy that the songs in these movies are popular. And that's because of her performance and how much work they put into making it believable. I don't know if you have anything else to say, Emily, about Smile, but I just want to say one thing just to kind of end it off, just to kind of give my glowing recommendation. I really like the work of Junji Ito. I think the Smile movies are the best Western version of a Junji Ito story. It's got the creepy visuals, it's got the somber storytelling, and it's got the pace of one of his books really well. So honestly, if I were ever to have a Junji Ito story be brought into live action over here, I'd want Parker Finn to do it.
Yeah, 100%. And part of what I think really makes the Junji Ito comparison work is how much Parker Finn has this very like grounded, it's almost like 70s, 80s-ish in its vibe. Like just in terms of the style of movie he makes, right? Like it's very low to the ground. There's not a lot of CGI. There's a lot of really showy like visual effects.
Well, I mean, I'll say this. The ending of the first movie impressed me more with its special effects than the ending of the second movie.
Well, yeah, the ending of the second movie was clearly just something they couldn't do practically.
I know. It's just... yeah, I don't know.
But I still think like Parker Finn does generally bring to the table a much more grounded style than you would expect for a movie like this.
Oh yeah.
It never feels like whimsical or madcap. There's never a sense of like this is kind of a silly make-believe world. Mm-hmm. Everything feels very low to the ground in a way that really adds to the disturbingness of it, and I think that's like very important in that very sort of Junji Ito vibe.
Yeah. And also just on the Junji Ito thing, the design of the trauma demon or the smile demon is amazing. I've said it really before on this channel, but holy hell. Like that, I remember watching that. Like I remember like I got recommended the ending to the movie because I honestly like the trailers didn't do anything for me for this movie. So I didn't really go out to go see it, the first one. So when I saw like, oh, ending, I was like, you know what, I'll see how this movie ends. And then I saw that thing. I was like, holy shit. That's in this movie?
Yeah.
Then I watched the movie. So, and then I saw the second movie and I was like, oh, wow. Okay. And then, yeah, just that thing. And it's practical too. It's just, Jesus. Yeah. But yeah, we can end off talking about Smile there, unless you have anything else to say, both of you.
I'm good.
No, I mean, I said what I need to say.
Okay.
I like those movies. I think they're good.
All right. Well, now we get into the other big movie that we really didn't get to cover last year, but we kind of covered a little bit, or at least Emily talked about it. The movie Longlegs. So from what I can gauge is that, Sierra, I can assume you liked the movie.
I do. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I did enjoy that movie.
Okay. And Emily, you weren't happy with it.
I have very I have very complicated feelings that skew a little bit negative.
Okay. So,
I was very frustrated by it, is what I'll say.
all right. So what I'll do is I'll have, and I haven't seen the movie. Emily's review kind of turned me off to it.
Oh no.
But Sierra, win me over. I'm curious what
You know-
you really thought of this movie and why you think it's good.
I actually kind of want to hear what Emily has to say first because
Okay.
I really want to see if I can maybe win both of you over, but
Okay.
I really I'm interested into what Emily has to say about this movie.
Emily, this one has
Okay.
balls on her.
Okay, that's fine. No, I mean, this isn't going to be me like relentlessly shitting on it. This is just like a frustration with a director I like. Right? So, right, like strap in for the most scathing film criticism of 2025.
Review for the monkey right here.
Yeah. So Oz Perkins is a guy who I think makes good, fun movies. For the first 2/3 of them, every time. And then the third, final part of the movie comes, and it just falls the fuck apart. Consistently. It happened in The Monkey, and it happened in Longlegs, and I was so sad because I was like so into it, and then the ending of the movie was just completely nothing to me. Which was really frustrating. I feel like it lost all of the mystique and like weird charm when it went down the like supernatural Satan route. It just wasn't an escalation that interested me, and it kind of took away a lot of what was interesting. Doing the sort of like Silence of the Lamb weird serial killer dynamic was really cool, and the turn into occultism just didn't work for me. I wanted the story to stay as grounded as it had been, and it just feels like it flies so far the fuck off the rails in a way that just wasn't enjoyable to me. But I still think the movie has a lot of good qualities. I think Oz Perkins is really good at like delivering this sort of grounded style to things. Like I said, I like that groundedness, and this movie really does hit home the like 70s detective thriller comparisons that it's like going for. And I think that that's really great. And I like Nick Cage in this role, even though I wish he got to do a little bit more. I really liked him there, and I think that he did a really good job. So it's by no means like an all negative review. I just really did not care for the way that the movie peters out towards the end.
Okay. So on like a psychological aspect of it too, what did you like and what did you not like about it?
So I liked the dynamic of Longlegs as a serial killer who doesn't directly kill people. I thought that was a really cool concept. And then the way that it gets explained is so unsatisfying because I don't know, with that type of thing, there was no answer that was going to be satisfying. So I was enjoying the movie more when it was reveling in that mystique. And it explained a little bit too much. It showed a little bit too much of its hand towards the end for my liking, if that makes sense.
That makes 110% sense. I definitely would agree with you on those terms. I really like how the story played out, and then to comment on your Nick Cage comment, I really wish that he did have a little bit more screen time, or at least we got to see a little bit more into his character. But then again, I don't think the movie would have played out the way that it did if we did see a little bit more, because I liked the mysterious and like the I don't understand fully what this character is or what this character is doing type of aspect. And I think that's what really sold it for me with the storyline that they were playing for the quote unquote murderous storyline that he was taking. So I think it wouldn't have worked any other way if he were to be explained more.
Yeah, the Satan stuff just wasn't working for me. And I think it's a general trend in horror movies where sometimes they'll try a little bit too hard to like explain things in a way that just doesn't work for me. I'll point to another movie that I think is way worse than Longlegs, which was Together, which I saw this year.
Really?
Which
Okay.
I did like. It wasn't as good as Longlegs, but I did like it. But it too has the problem of doing a cool central mystery with a lot of tension that I was interested in, and then spending all of its time explaining some of the like background supernatural stuff rather than focusing on that plot. And it just left me going, oh, okay. I guess we're gonna learn about this cult now.
I did see Together as well. We never got a review out for it, but I know what you're talking about with like what the ultimate thing bringing them together is. I'm like, oh, okay, that's it. Oh, all right.
They spent so much time building up to it, and it's like exactly what you would think it would be at face value.
Uh-huh. Also, like for the movie to be like, oh, we got some really gross shit in it. I'm like, yeah, mostly
really
like
tame.
It's kind of tame. I know this is just a review for Together, but yeah, it's like let's move on.
I'm drawing a comparison. Either way, I think Longlegs has that syndrome less, but it's just a quality of Oz Perkins's writing, right? Like The Monkey is a movie that I also loved, similar to Longlegs, and then it gets to the third act and they go to this hotel and the plot just fucking grinds to a halt.
Yeah,
It's
but
it's just the quality of his writing.
okay. The Monkey, though, like, that movie just has a weird tone in general, and I think the performances in that make that ending work. It does grind, but I still kind of give a shit about the characters in that. I know that Micah Monroe was given a lot of praise for the role in the movie. Like, she's like the Clarice Star kind of detective character in this movie. The marketing for the movie was just really insane, where it was just like they apparently recorded Micah Monroe's heartbeat when she first saw Nicolas Cage, and I'm like, really?
It was not good marketing because the movie was on a totally different wavelength than that.
Yeah. I mean, some of the marketing was pretty good. I mean, I have no problem with them like not revealing Nicolas Cage's face, but then when ultimately it got out, it was like, oh, that's it.
Yeah, that's the other thing too that I was very disheartened about. I thought it was going to be this big reveal, like, oh, it's so bad, like that's why they can't show it, like you have to see it in theaters type of thing. And then his first view of like his face on the screen, I was like, oh, so this is it.
Yeah.
This is who I'm scared of. I don't know. I can't really say too much as it has been a while since I've seen this movie, but I just remember that I really liked the mysteriousness of Nicolas Cage's character and just how we didn't get much information as to the why other than the what Emily pointed out of not liking was the whole satanic clay coating.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, guys, he does his fucked up Hannibal Lecter serial killing by praying to the devil to do it for him.
Yeah.
This is a compelling resolution to this mystery.
I definitely would recommend seeing it if you haven't seen it. I mean, I know it's not everybody's favorite type of movie, but at least just to kind of know what goes down and to see and hear and watch the mystery unfold, but also not fully unfold is something that kept me on my toes the whole entire time. I mean, I remember sitting when I first saw it in theaters, I remember sitting at the edge of my seat wondering what the heck was going to go on next. So it kept me on my toes.
Well, what I can appreciate about the movie, even though I haven't seen it, is that it kind of brought back a very particular kind of movie that in the 90s, which was that like really fucked up detective mystery noir like storytelling. Like I go to Seven. Emily, you brought up Red Dragon, even though I think that was like early 2000s.
Yeah, well, it's all part of the same series of novels.
Yeah. Like the fucking Hannibal and Silence of the Lambs. Like I really like those kind of movies. I mean, obviously they're very dated from some of their concepts, but like I still really like the vibe of those movies, and it was kind of cool to see a movie try and do that again. But once Emily told me that the devil did it, I was like, oh, that kind of sucks.
But again, it's conflicting because I truly did like the rest of the movie. It was great until it started doing that, for me at least. So I don't know. That's just me.
And your opinion is valid. I'll give you that. It's valid. I mean,
Thank you.
There is a lot that now that I'm thinking about it more, I get it, and I don't blame you one bit for going that route with it.
You know what I can greatly appreciate about this conversation as I've been witnessing it? It seems that like Emily, you have disheartened Sierra towards this movie, and Sierra, you have greatly enlightened Emily towards this movie and appreciate the things that she may have looked over. So you know what? It's nice that $1 Million Media can bring each other together.
Yeah, karmic balance.
It's nice. Is it okay if we move on now to the next movie? Okay.
I'm good with that.
All right. I don't know how many of you have seen this movie, but I fucking love this movie. It is The Lighthouse.
Yeah.
It is a Robert Eggers movie about two men hired to
Hey, I don't know. I think Emily really likes this movie.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. It's so good, dude. I can't not get hype about The Lighthouse. I'm too Lighthouse filled.
But yeah, it's about two men who are hired to watch over a lighthouse on this really small island and basically watch over it for a month. And in that time they go mad, and it is so fun to watch. It is downright a black comedy, in my opinion. Like, just how fucking weird it gets. I mean, obviously, the best scene in this movie is the "you ain't fond of me" lobster scene. In my opinion, that's the best scene in the movie. Only because Willem Dafoe, I mean, oh my god, we'll get into all the actors, but Willem Dafoe performs the best monologue I have ever heard. And the context behind it is him cursing his coworker because he didn't like his cooking. It's fucking weird. And I love it.
Good, dude.
Yeah. What do you like about The Lighthouse, Emily?
Well, I like Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe, so let's just start there. Two of my favorite leading men in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And I think that they both do completely excellent in this film. Roger Eggers is my parasocial king. I love him. I've been following his career since The Witch. I'm just a really huge fan of his, so I followed this movie from like it being in pre-production until it came out.
Really? Okay.
So the experience of getting to like see it after hearing about it for so long was just so satisfying. There's a scene with a giant naked Willem Dafoe. It's peak cinema. Really, what else is there to say?
This movie does answer the question, how do you fuck a mermaid? It's wild.
Lovely.
It's wild. It was like, oh, so that's where it is. And yeah. God, there's just so many scenes in this movie. Like you buy the main character. I don't know. I think Robert Pattinson plays the role in such a way where even you don't know whether you should trust him at all. Because like you learn like halfway through the movie that like the name that he's been going by isn't his real name. And that he may be on the run for something. And so like once you get that bomb dropped on you, you're just like, so wait, what do I take here literally? Because they're getting drunk the entire time until they run out of liquor, and then they just resort to drinking lantern fluid just to get some kind of buzz. Willem Dafoe keeps fucking farting throughout the whole movie, and you're just like, these men are losing it. Like, they're just
so good, dude.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like, Sierra, like, have you heard of this movie? And two, have you seen it?
No to both, but I'm honestly intrigued to watch it now.
So, also, one of the things that kind of helps with this movie, give it like a really cool tone, is the way it is filmed. It's filmed like a very old black and white movie, 4:3 ratio. What I really appreciate is how both actors commit to the period accurate dialect and that old-timey sailor talk where it just becomes like just sayings and just various different kinds of metaphors for how, I don't know, it's a very unique way of speaking that like hearing them actually commit to it is very satisfying. I don't know, it's almost a movie that you could see done as a stage play. Somewhat.
Yes and no. I do think that the aesthetic of it is very important. I think it has like a in-person theater element to it. Like, I get what you mean, but I don't think it would really translate mediums the same way as something like Manchester by the Sea would.
I guess I like the theatrical elements of it just because of like you get really big monologues. It's just two men. It's one
just
space.
Two men.
Like, if there's any complaint, is that like there's no real like, I don't want to say there's no story, but it's not like a structure-wise, it's not something you see every day. It's just more like there's no like things just, it's a movie where things just happen scene for scene, and it's not really like a story, in my opinion. I don't know, but
I agree and disagree. It's a story in the way that like David Lynch movies have linear narratives.
Gotcha.
Of, like,
yeah. I see. Yeah.
Objectively, there is something going on. It's just like a little bit hard to parse.
Yeah. Much better way of putting it. Damn, we didn't even think about a David Lynch movies to talk about.
No, I mean, if you want me to sub in Eraserhead at the last minute, but
it's up to you. I mean, you wanted to talk about a different movie, but yeah, just before
I did, and I would still rather talk about that.
Yeah, but before we go, just highly recommend The Lighthouse. It's one of my favorite films of all time. Just horror movie wise, like art house wise, just film in general, it's one of my favorites that like I will always recommend to anybody who wants to like dive a little bit deep into various different kinds of horror. I'll be like Lighthouse. Emily, you have one more film for us before we wrap this up?
I sure do. So the last movie I want to talk about is Killing of a Sacred Deer. This is a movie by Yorgos Lanthimos. So Yorgos Lanthimos is a guy that I have really mixed feelings on career-wise. He has a very particular style of making movies that is very disconnected. It's like insectoid almost, in the way that like watching one of his movies feels like watching people through 3 inches of glass. It's like it's very disconnected from the emotions of the characters. It's detached in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there are times when that can be frustrating. Like I watched The Lobster and I get what it was going for, but it really failed to connect with me because of that style.
Yeah.
But taking a feeling like that and taking it out of drama and putting it into psychological thriller produces this really eerie quality of a bunch of characters that are exhibiting really disturbing patterns of behavior whose internal lives we are like stoutly refused access to. We are presented these characters, but we watch them. We don't really get to know what they're thinking or what's going on with them so much as we are simply presented their actions. And it is uncomfortable, right? Like it really uses his style in a way that's really interesting, which I guess kind of brings me to like what the actual plot of the movie is.
I was just about to ask, like, what I know about this movie, but like sometimes I forget what it's actually about.
It's actually about is that we have 2 main characters played by Colin Farrell and Barry Keoghan. Colin Farrell is a surgeon named Steven, who is doing well for himself. You know, he's wealthy because he's a surgeon. He's got a good life going on, and he encounters a young boy that he takes under his wing named Martin, played by Barry Keoghan, who was a young boy at this time, or like a teenager or whatever.
Yeah.
And so they get to talking and they become close, and it's eventually revealed that Stephen lost Martin's father under the knife in a failed surgery years prior. Excuse me. And Martin had decided to track Stephen down and told him the only way they would be square is if Stephen killed one member of his family.
That's right.
And so the movie goes from like this quickly forming relationship between these 2 people to this like psychological saw trap sort of thing of him increasingly using force and like torture methods to get this guy to decide which member of his family was going to go. And it's really dark and horrifying. And the fact that we are, like I said, not really allowed to ever be in touch with the emotions of these characters. We're so far removed from them that it adds this really cold alien quality that really makes all the already disturbing stuff that much more sharp and stinging, right? Like, it just makes all the disturbing behavior even more disturbing because there's not even really an element of humanity there for us to latch onto besides like facsimile. It's really gross and creepy, but it's super well done. It's so good. And just the premise of it is just so thoroughly and uncomfortably intense, and it like never lets up on the gas once it starts getting going. Definitely not for the faint of heart, but excellent movie.
Kind of quiet over there. Do you have any questions?
No, I think I got the main gist of it. I just have never actually seen this movie either again, so I definitely am putting it on my list for movies to see.
Like I said, Yorgos Lanthimos, yeah, I mean, he's a very psychological director, so this still feels like a fair, like, topic of discussion. But he's really walked all over the path when it comes to, like, doing things in the psychological genre.
Yep.
I mean, he did Dogtooth, which is also a psychological thriller movie that is even more disturbing. He did Dogtooth.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
He did Kinds of Kindness, which I didn't watch. He did Poor Things. Like, he's all over the map when it comes to making weird cerebral films.
He's got a new movie coming out called Begonia, which the premise of that is insane.
Yeah, he's just a very weird and all over the place guy. And despite the fact that I don't like half his movies, I think it's cool that he's here. And I think he contributes a lot to the psychological thriller and horror genre.
He's an auteur in the sense of auteur where he just does his own thing and it's either hit or miss. You either like it and you get with it or you're just like, not for me.
It looks so weird. Yorgos just rolling them motherfucking dice again.
Mhm.
That's all he does. Will people like or hate my movie? Who knows? I'm gonna make it anyways.
Didn't he have a movie that came like wasn't Kinds of Kindness this year as well?
That was very late last year. That was
Okay.
like December of last year.
Gotcha. Because he's like one of those directors like who's just like constantly working. Like he's one project to another to another. Who's that guy who did Challengers?
Luca Guadagnino.
He's like Luca Guadagnino. He's like him as well. Where like Luca, like it's like what is he doing now? He's doing this movie, okay, and like he's got another movie coming out. What the? All right, like it went from Challengers to now
After the Hunt.
That movie looks interesting.
I've heard it's bad.
Oh.
People at festivals did not like it.
I wonder,
but I also think it looks interesting.
It looks interesting, but it is tackling a subject matter where I'm like, I could see why people might not like it, if you know what I mean. It's especially if it like picks a side.
Yeah.
I don't know. But have you heard about After the Hunt, Sierra?
It sounds familiar. Hold on.
It's the movie where a girl.
Io Debris plays a girl who is accusing her professor of sexually harassing her.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but it was on my wanting to watch list.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am interested in it, but it did get very middling reception at festivals.
Mm.
We can talk about the Oscars after we're done recording, Max. We should finish up this episode.
Yes. Sorry. I can. No, I thought you meant like it digressed and.
No, we've digressed as speakers.
I'm getting really invested. But yeah, I mean, Sierra, is there any movie that you just want to talk about real quick that you think is a really good psychological movie before we wrap this up?
No, not that are any that are like coming to mind or that I'd really be a strong advocate for.
Okay.
That I could definitely vouch for.
Like the last time we talked about psychological horror movies, I'm gonna leave a link down below for the National Helpline. Just because we've been talking about a lot of heavy themes in this episode about mental illness and stuff like that. So I always say, just if you ever need help or you feel lonely or if you feel at a very low place, I highly recommend that line. That's all I'll say on that note. But when it comes to this, thank you guys for watching our episode on psychological horror movies. We had a lot of fun talking about these subjects. Please like, subscribe, and share. With me today, we had
me, Emily. Thank you for watching. Give Max money.
Well, and me, Sierra. Great end comment.
Yeah.
Say that at the end of every video. Subscribe to $1 Million Media Patreon so that Max can pay. Give Max money.
Yeah.
I'm sticking to it. Fuck it.
With Sierra being on the channel now, just one more person I eventually have to pay.
One day.
Hey, but you can make that day come a lot faster if you subscribe to our Patreon for $5 a month. You will help us improve our channel, and very soon we will put more content on the Patreon, more exclusive content. I can't wait to cover that in a video eventually, but that will be in the near future or never.
Well, don't be negative.
It's the psychological horror episode. If we're not going to end off on a dour note, I don't know what we're going to do.
Yeah, ending with bad vibes.
Yeah. You know what? Don't subscribe, don't share, don't like, actually dislike, and fuck you all. And then just end it off there. All right. Like, subscribe, and share, everybody. Thank you. Goodbye.